I will say, as I look through my boxes here in the Pokemon,
Hmm.
I am kind of having a problem I've never had in another Pokemon game
You want to use so
that I can recall.
much.
Huh?
You want to use a bunch of Pokemon.
Yeah. Like, I could probably make three entirely separate teams right now.
I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
I will say, compared to the last Pokemon games that I played, which were Ultra
I just finished
Moon,
those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk.
well,
Mhm.
slash
Tell me what you
Let's
think.
Go,
No
but
kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can.
sorry,
perform all
they're
sorts of
talking,
miracles,
and
my
I'm
dear.
No, it's cool.
I'm losing my train of thought.
Well, you seem to be
I
in
used
some
to
right
have
mind.
to kind of swap everybody out more because I would hit the cap of Pokemon won't obey you past this level,
Mm-hmm.
and I've run into that much less.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the
Oh yeah,
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop.
James McCaffrey.
I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was
Did
gone.
that?
Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
God, James McCaffrey's so
This was a
good.
late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
way will happen over my dead body.
Man, that's really just Alan Wake, or just Max Payne.
Be called.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
I'm really bummed they never got to actually make a final
You
Alan
okay?
Wake.
I'm sorry.
Or
Well,
final Max Payne.
oh, okay, I was about to say.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
worry.
it's gonna keep
Take out the
happening.
candles.
When you just name your game after a person, after the main character,
It's just
and you do it multiple times.
prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me too. When it got
Oh,
really
don't
bad, my mother
zoom in
told
on
me
her
to
face.
She called it the flicker.
It's fine.
It was 2008 or 10
It's
or whatever.
Fine. Her face is
Scare the monsters away.
not
Sure.
that bad. Look, Mortal Kombat had worse
Alan.
faces.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made
Mortal
it up to
Kombat
that.
11 has like a worse Sonya face than that.
That's
I
true.
love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Oh, smooching. Cut away from the lips so we don't have to pay attention to them
God, you
mashing
don't
their face into each other.
want to try to animate that.
Not in
Bet that is
2008.
pain.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that?
I feel like all of these people in this mine in the Pokemon trying to start battles in the mine is a problem.
My head's
Like,
Well-
I could be
I
wrong.
had to lie about my headache.
I mean, fighting in caves is a long-standing Pokemon tradition that is probably not the safest thing in the world.
That's fair, but like, I feel somehow it's even less safe in a mine than it was in a cave.
Thanks.
I don't know why I feel that way, to be honest.
Especially since you can use moves like, I don't know, Earthquake.
Rock slide,
Come see me. I'll let you get on with it then.
etc. Fissure,
Breakers, waiting for you.
explosion.
Did her job. I'm sure
But hey, you know, whatever.
Did your wife in no time.
Let's go talk to this nice cop lady.
Yeah, she seems cool.
Thank Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I
Sure to take care of it,
I
Miss
really
Weaver.
think you kind of have to change bulbs in the dark.
I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
No, though.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
What if you just always make sure there's a separate light near
Oh.
you?
There's a missing kitty. That's sad.
Aw. What if you just always make sure there's like a separate light near every light you have to change? So that none of the lights are ever actually in the dark, even when they go out.
Have you seen this man identifying features knack for winning contests?
I'm not sure how you'd be able to tell that on the site unless he's like wearing medals.
Come in, Mr.
Maybe.
Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
You mean my Verizon cell phone is here?
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now. can
Thanks
you
for
tell me where
charging
I'm
my
at?
Verizon
I'm
cell
not sure.
phone.
I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up.
Whoop. Whoa. That was weird.
Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch
Stream died for a second, but it's back.
Yeah.
There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Watching you.
I couldn't go anywhere yet. I had to play along with
Can I-
the caller. Alice's life was at
Oh.
stake. I need to get some air.
Get
The
back
sheriff
here.
said I could
Get
go
back here.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
That Drillbert tried to escape.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the Dark Presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
No one dark presence should have all that power.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep.
So I guess the only thing that really confuses me
Mm-hmm.
in the Alan Wake is like he's collecting these manuscript pages.
Yes.
He like in universe, he's collecting them. That's part of the plot is that you are collecting these things.
Yes.
So like he knows that this stuff is going to happen.
Yes.
So couldn't he just not do what's on the page?
No, because he wrote it that way, so it's gotta happen.
But that's what I mean is if he's the one who wrote it and he's reading it and he knows that's what's supposed to happen, couldn't he just not do it? See, 'cause some of the pages he reads before he gets to the part where
Oh.
he does or where the thing happens.
Apparently me saying was enough to make it think I was saying the name of the digital assistant, and then I had to pop up and be like,
Abandoned car.
nah, you can't use that anymore.
Alice's driver's license had been placed in the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow, thank God. Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Oh, Barry's
Barry,
here.
Listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
I'm so glad Barry's here.
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers. The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall and the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Where's my wife? Well, I don't actually know what song that is playing on the radio, so I don't know how to look it up. So we're just gonna kind of talk over it a little bit again, you know.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Just vamping. Talk about the Pokemon.
But what do you want to talk about?
I finally got my Corvus Squire to become a Corva Knight.
Mine just became a Corvus Squire a little while ago, so I've got a ways to go. Just having Machop kick his way through all of these roly-colies. Fuck off, you little bastards. I'll probably catch one of them later, but right now everything either kills them in one hit or does no damage to them. Need to find a Pokemon that's got a good middle ground attack to hit them with.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave.
Oh, it's an adorable little Roggenrola. Oh, fuck, a Woobat.
Still need to talk about...
Get out of here, Woobat.
No, of course
You don't
not.
want your kind.
But I need
You're
to know
cooler
what
than
you're
Zubat,
saying
though.
So I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is
The Pokemon Roggenrola just makes me think of the movie Rock'n'Rolla.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
Oh man, look at that shitbag back there with his sweater vest.
Yeah,
Just a sweater,
it's
really.
Just a sweater, yeah.
I don't know why I said sweater vest. Just a sweater.
My clinic is a place where...
Point is, that guy is terrible.
Yeah.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client! Who are you? I'm Barry Wheeler. His agent.
Alan
Oh,
Wake.
look at Barry.
What? Stop sticking your finger in people's faces.
You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah.
Oh, Alan Wake, you got
I
problems.
don't want to press charges.
Yeah,
Wake,
yeah, he does.
My offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that.
Who
thing
does
with
do
paparazzi.
paparazzi's authors?
That's a
Like-
great question. I mean, I guess like a really, really, really popular author might.
I told
Is
you.
Alan,
Maybe.
is Alan Wake that
But
popular?
like, even like Stephen King and J.K. Rowling and them don't get hit with like paparazzi, really.
Remember it was enough for him.
And they're basically some of the most popular authors on the planet, or were for periods of time.
Beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan.
Who is the most popular
I don't
writer
like it, Al. I don't like it.
nowadays?
It's not good. In fact,
Nowadays?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know.
I will say that I feel like the only
Ira.
Wow, I was just thinking.
like
of
I
you too.
used to see TV ads for like James Patterson.
On the balcony. Looking
That's
Yeah.
that was kind of weird.
I really need to go. Great to see you again. Mr.
Honestly, I
Wake.
couldn't tell you who the most popular author these days is.
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice
Barry's
girl
like, "Who's
and,
Max?"
More importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you
Look
shot
at
a
this
guy
bear.
and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
Alan, you're too high.
Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice,
Do
and
you
everything's just.
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
When you start confusing fiction with reality, it turns into whatever that fucking movie is. I used to be able to. Fuck, what is
The
the name?
Nicolas Cage movie?
No, the weird Cthulhu town with the author.
Oh, In the Mouth of Madness.
Yeah, thank you.
The movie's great. Wait, have you ever seen that movie?
There, boy.
No.
I'm almost done.
Damn it!
Hey, Rusty, right? You run cabins. Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your
Oh.
hand, but mine are kind of full here.
Poor Pupper.
Sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from
Did you find the missing dog, and is it hyper dead?
It's not hyper dead, but it is getting, like, splinted.
A kidnapper? Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
I'm busy. I gotta go give this form to this guy working on dog.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Sad puppy noises.
If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio map.
Trying to pull a joke on me. Freak me out? It's working. Ha! Let's have a laugh on Barry.
I wonder if this is another one of those things left over from, like, when there may have been supposed to be dog enemies or something.
Potentially.
Because then later on, that dog would totally come back and be evil.
I guess that's one thing to moderately mention is this game had a crazy development cycle.
I don't know anything about the development of this game.
Well, it started out as an open world game.
Oh,
First of all.
This asshole.
Okay then.
Did you run into Beat again?
You're my best friend and I'm
It's still question mark, but I think so.
Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Bless you.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous.
Alan Wake is definitely not right in the head.
No.
All over again.
Also, Barry making references to Deliverance over here. I also want to say that, like, originally the enemy was less of a nebulous presence and more of a cult.
Oh.
I've got the all the weird bonus stuff back when they did the Humble Bundle. Might be a thing to check out at the end, is like all the wild pre-release videos and stuff.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
My streak of finding all the manuscript pages has ended.
Aw. Oh well.
With Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your...
What up, Dr. Nelson?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
Oh.
No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly that. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Excuse me.
It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just
I caught a big fish. Incoming fish enemies.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore.
I'm just imagining the big dumb lake fight from Resident Evil 4.
Against Del
But it's just
Lago.
Alan Wake shining a flashlight over the side of a boat.
The participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
You know, that could actually work out, though.
Yeah.
Like I'm picturing, like, one of those boats that has, like, the big spotlight on it.
Yeah, but like
And you're just
a
using
bunch
that
of them.
to, like, blast some kind of crazy lake monster thing.
Tire swing.
It's too bad they never made an Alan Wake 2.
If only. Taking a nice jaunt through the woods. See if there's anything fun in this cabin. Like perhaps an episode of Night Springs?
We can only hope.
Oh, guess what?
Is it an episode of Night Springs?
It's an episode of Night Springs.
Fantastic.
Let's watch us some Night Springs.
The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs.
Why are Remedy so good at fake TV shows?
I don't know.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy.
Like, I feel the thing to note here is that not only are they good at fake TV shows, they are good at, like, just straight up writing. All of their games have good writing, and then all of those games with the good writing also have good fake shows within them.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up.
They're just good.
Yeah.
Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face.
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point?
Well, that escalated quickly.
You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
What? In the mirror. In the mirror in the bathroom. In the John mirror. Doodle-doodle-doo.
What if, like, instead of getting a Control 2 or an Alan Wake 2 or anything like that, what if one day Remedy just announced an Address Unknown game?
As if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave.
That'd be great.
Because I can honestly think that's one of the few times that I'd be like, yeah, you know what, okay. I'm okay with this. I want to see where this goes.
Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Oh no, poor Rusty. He was fixing the puppy, and then
Aww.
that puppy fixed him, I guess. Boom. Got him.
Although it said the dog was in the cage.
Man.
He was not murdered by a mysterious evil dog that will not be appearing in the game.
This was no hidden
Oh. He's being attacked. Wait, where'd he go?
Hello?
Oh god, your leg. That's not great.
Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found.
Oh, poor puppy.
It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must. The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back. The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way.
You never want to see your leg bend the wrong way. That's not a thing I would
It's
ever...
not okay.
I would never like to experience that. To be super honest. I feel like that is like the most royalty-free door is locked jingle, because I feel like you hear that exact same noise in like Silent Hill.
The home of locked doors.
Shit's locked, the video game.
I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond.
Get away from me, Yamper.
Bathed in the cold.
But he's so cute. He's got a little heart butt.
Oh, I thought it was an Eevee, but it's a child dressed as an Eevee.
Tricked. See, now you're running into my
experience. Letting their kids dress up as Pokemon. This seems wildly irresponsible.
Oh, that's bad.
Too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
The Raincoat Killer is here.
Rusty!
I don't think Rusty's doing too good, Alan.
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Oops.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Don't feed the animals.
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors.
Oh, shit, hello.
License, obey. The Park Ranger's instructions at all times.
So
I know you keep mentioning how the hard mode and the normal mode are not as difficult or not as different or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, the difficulty change isn't that big a deal. But it still feels really important when I'm watching you kill these guys with 2 bullets instead of 3.
Yeah.
Like, I was not particularly hurting for ammo during this game, but still. Also, man, I hate this enemy type.
Yeah. Rusty's not... Oh, there we go. Doo-doo-doo. Fly.
Oh, right. Related to other things I found funny while I've been playing the Pokemon today.
Mm-hmm.
The explanation behind why there are one-use move learning items again.
I didn't find that guy, I guess.
Oh, in the first city, there's a dude who tells you why TRs exist.
Why do TRs exist?
Because they're technical records, TFP. It's vintage that they break after one use. I fucking hate it. I hate it so much.
That's kind of good, though.
No, it's great, but I hate it. I was so glad that TMs didn't break anymore, and I was like, oh, this is the best. And then I saw a TR and was like, wait, you only get one use. Oh, fuck, they brought it back. And then I met that guy outside the record store, and he was like, yeah, they're great. It's like, it's like the old days again. It's just like, god damn it. Fucking Pokemon
entering
hipsters.
Moonshine Cave.
God damn it.
To be fair, at least with like the records, you can get literally an infinite number of them because all the raids.
Yeah. I know, but it still is just, god damn
It's
it.
funny.
It is.
Moonshine Cave. Site of frequent bootlegger activity throughout the Prohibition. I was watching a YouTube video of a bunch of kind of YouTube idiots distilling things.
Oh?
And it was funny because they're apparently based in Texas, hilariously.
Oh.
And it is illegal to distill, like, alcohol. And they flew some guy out from New Zealand to be like, yeah, we're going to distill alcohol. And then they couldn't do it. So then, instead, they distilled Dr. Pepper to make water.
Huh. I mean, I guess.
Apparently it made water that did not taste like Dr. Pepper, but smelled overpoweringly of just, like, pure Dr. Pepper extract.
Oh, that seems like it would throw me the hell off.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Spooky eyes. Oh, don't throw shit at me.
I really appreciate that apparently, like, all of the gym challengers are just hanging out in a line and just running a train on this gym. It's just like, we're not getting in there till tomorrow. It's just like, god damn it. This is why you don't wait and have, like, an annual competition.
I gotta ask, what number did you pick?
You'll find out.
Ah, shit.
The problem is I can't, like, actually battle you or anything because you're overwhelmingly overleveled compared to my team.
I could use other ones.
Yeah, but then it just wouldn't be right. Because it wouldn't be your team.
Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just
Oh, hey, there's the weird outline
She
thing.
really tried to help. She was smart too. Knew a lot about what was going on in the town.
The
Knew a lot
what?
about Al.
The thing on the mountain, or on the
Oh,
hillside,
yeah.
the
Okay.
drawing. Geoglyph.
Spooky fog. Speaking of Silent Hill.
Man, do you remember that time they were going to make a fantastic Silent Hill game, and then they just didn't?
Yeah. But Norman Reedus is like, it's okay though.
Is it?
No. No Norman Reedus. Whoa! Not hit. There's a tall fucking tree. 66 meters tall. I will say, other fun thing, you can totally do the Resident Evil 4 thing, and if someone is throwing an axe at you, you can totally shoot it out of the air.
Nice.
I did not do it because I'm really bad at it in this game, but you can totally do it.
It is possible.
It is possible. Really go for some ammo video game. Man, I summoned it. That was great. Don't take fire axes to phones.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal.
What if you really don't want to call, though?
Painted symbol of a torch glowed in
I mean, there's better ways to do that, especially because it's like a payphone, and like you're ruining it for the next person who wants to use the payphone.
Oh, hey, the bowl guy is back.
He makes me think of the weird Spacer's Choice guy from The Outer Worlds. Bear alert!
No. Some kid just asked me if I wanted to trade, and I was like, nah.
I think that if it's the kid that I'm thinking of, I think that's like the only way to get regular Meowth other than the event.
Well, I mean, I got the Gigantamax Meowth, so I'm good. I do actually like all the different uniforms. Like, I wish I didn't have to wear them, but I'm okay with uniforms. They look cool. At least you get to keep your hat.
I don't.
I get to keep my hat. I'm sitting here while looking at my hat while I'm wearing this uniform, and my bag even. Maybe it'll be different once I actually get in, but I'm in the store right now, and I've totally got...
I can keep my glasses, but not my hat, which just seems weird.
I really like the Psychic uniform. Steel uniform, also alright.
I bought the steel uniform.
Bug uniform looks like something out of Jet Set Radio. Big fan of it. Yeah, no, all these uniforms look cool, I think. The fighting uniform, I think, is honestly probably the lamest one. It still looks alright. Really leaning towards poison uniform, despite not having a single poison-type Pokemon on my team.
Well, that's a bummer. Or, oh, I can just do this. Whee! There's probably something back the other way, but, you know.
These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze.
Do not drive until you've run out of booze.
Ah! That does seem hilariously unsafe. Wait, gym mission?
Yeah. You gotta do the gym mission.
Hey, wait! No! This isn't right.
What'd you do?
They told me I had to change into my uniform when I did the gym mission, and then my character ran over and changed into the old lame uniform. Not my new cool poison uniform.
I don't know how to fix that yet. Which seems weird that they would have those
Like,
really...
there's a whole tab of uniforms. Oh, what the fuck, even? I'm in a Zelda dungeon now.
Oh, that's not gone well.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares
Bam,
keep the
Wooloo
bastards
herded.
away.
Now do it again, though.
You can see them too? Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I
Done.
lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but
Okay, and then I've got to fight this guy before I go to the next one.
been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way.
Your job is to get wrecked, Sam.
So, I will say this is one of the really funny bits, or one of the things that people talk about. Whoops, hello. In Alan Wake, is
Yes.
you lose your equipment constantly for
all the time.
For let's say no reason. I'm just gonna use this because I'm getting beat up, and I have 5 of them.
Okay, yeah, no, this part is the part of the game I fucking hate. It's miserable. Because you don't have a gun, and this guy has a gun, and you have to just let him shoot everything while they stab you. He's bad at it.
He's not great. Whoops.
He's bad at it, and on the harder difficulty, they are harder to kill. So it takes him even longer to successfully kill anyone. It's terrible.
Ouch. Please shoot that guy.
Lover's Peak, right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun.
No time for bad talk. Pull them off, damn it.
Alright. Another Wooloo hurdle cleared. Why are these Wooloos so strong?
Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us.
Check out my flares.
Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's over. Move it or lose it.
I run now.
Better get ready. They'll be on us soon.
Oh hey, there's that lady who looks like she hasn't slept in forever.
This is it, Wake. Last stand.
Alright, question.
Yep.
If your Pokemon levels up to 21 during the gym battle, you'll stop listening to you, won't it?
I don't think so, actually.
Okay.
I think it's afterwards.
Because several of my people are, like, at level 20.
Oh, it's after the battle.
Okay.
So, like, you're still fine for the level where they hit 21. I think. Don't quote me on this.
I'm already writing a comprehensive guide based entirely on your advice.
That's your first mistake. Don't shoot the people until after I have made them lose their dark goo, sir. Now shoot this guy. Thank you.
Alright. Old Wooloo successfully herded.
Alright. We did it.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were going to say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations.
You know, we were discussing the 3-number thing earlier.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people probably also went with 007 or some variation thereon.
Probably.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her and I'll...
Oh, Alan Wake, you gotta stop punching dudes.
Like, I want to point out there, not only did Alan Wake punch that dude, he punched that dude and then threw himself off a cliff.
I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here! He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought... On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now. He held some magical power, but I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Right. Now we go through the woods. Which, I really feel like Make It Through the Woods should just kind of constantly be on screen.
I mean, yeah.
Bear traps.
Oh, wait. I should see if anybody can learn anything before I...
I'm also pretty sure this game's bear traps are hilarious. Because if you step into one of the bear traps, it just summons a Taken. Just, like, literally out of nowhere. Like, they wouldn't show up if you didn't step in the fucking bear trap like that. As demonstrated. Oh, it's so dumb. It was so fucking dumb what I did there, but it made for good television, I guess.
Yeah, good internet television. Why are there so many fucking bear traps in the woods?
Because there was a sign earlier that said bear warning.
I feel like there are easier ways to dissuade bears than bear traps.
I mean,
the bear trap is just going to injure it and then presumably keep it near you so it can then fuck you up. Like, I would try to discourage the bears peacefully. Because if you try to discourage bear violently and fail, it's just going to want to hurt you.
How would you peacefully discourage a bear?
Like, scare them away. Put stuff that they find frightening out there. Not like a hidden bear trap that they're not going to see until it hurts them. Giant cardboard standees of Yogi Bear.
Hey, boo-boo!
If I was a bear, I would find that terrifying.
You wanna have fun with my picnic baskets?
Man, do you remember that Yogi Bear movie poster?
I do. Someone either did not think that through enough or thought it through a whole bunch and went, I want to see if I can do this.
Can I get away with it?
And the answer was yes.
TFP, these gym missions ain't shit.
Yeah, so far they kind of haven't been.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Wait, the stadium did not look this big from the outside.
It's really big, though.
Dude, why does this guy have stupid, like, leg plates to hold his Pokeballs?
Because he's a farmer. I guess. Yeah, I don't have a good answer for you. Coffee thermos.
Dramatic music. You know, I'm gonna give him props. That was a really slick transition into the battle.
Yeah. It's always a good page name.
The night had been one desperate situation.
Oh, all right, I love this.
Exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard.
Oh, I remember that page. That page is great.
Just, the thing you were looking up. That's when I
love that
heard the
cliffhanger.
chainsaw. Some like, and then ninjas showed up. Like,
Ninjas penetrated the dome.
yeah. Yeah. Oh,
shit.
come on.
I really wish you could tell when the other trainer was about to Dynamax.
So I believe it's this is kind of the AI quirk thing, I guess. I don't know. They will only Dynamax certain Pokemon.
That makes sense.
Like, first gym leader dude will only Dynamax the Gossifleur.
Oh, I just killed the Gossifleur, and he Dynamaxed the Eldegoss.
Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Okay.
But I couldn't remember which one was the evolved one.
Ah.
My bad.
It's fine.
He will only Dynamax that one.
It's also fine because that Dynamaxed Pokemon just did, like, jack all for damage to me, so whatever.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to be way more devastating than that, considering all the raid battles I did. But the raid Pokemon are not quite the same, it seems.
Yeah. I got one of the little octopus wrestlers.
Yeah, those guys are
from
great.
the raid battles.
I got a Noivern, or not a whatever the small
the
version
Noibat.
is. Noibat.
Yes.
And one of these radical little flame centipede dudes.
Those are actually super fucking rare if you don't do them in the raids. Like, they have a 1% chance of appearing on the one route where you can find them.
Huh, wow. I'm glad I got it then.
Yeah. Plus, since you got it in the raid battle, I think that means you can Gigantamax it. I think.
That might only be when it's in its evolved form.
Well, yeah,
because right now
but
it's still just them.
But when you evolve it, then I think because I think if you catch them not in that, I don't think they can Gigantamax. I think that's how that works. Don't quote me on that.
No.
Ah! Shit. Spooky Mill. The fuck?
The important thing here
I
is
stepped
that my
in the dark.
oh,
I forgot that you
important
can't
thing here is
step
that
in
my
the
adorable
dark.
flame caterpillar is fucking up this grass gem.
It would, because grass is
He's
weak.
bug and grass, or
fire.
bug and fire rather.
Yeah.
Both things. Oh, that his Pokemon just exploded.
When you kill the Dynamax Pokemon and they explode, it is very violent.
Yeah, but I love it because it's straight up Power Rangers. Oh, I thought he was gonna have another Pokemon.
No,
that was it.
First gym leader's only
Just
got
two.
two. Yeah.
All the previous trainers had 3, so I was like, okay, I'm expecting at least 3.
Breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, mulligan.
Also, I want to point out this is another one of those parts where Alan Wake started to just like really was when you start fighting furniture. I think you might not quite be at that point yet.
Not quite there yet.
You will be soon.
I'm fighting the floor. Also, whatever, man. Just because Indigo Prophecy had a really dumb furniture fight doesn't mean furniture fights can't be awesome. Don't let Indigo Prophecy ruin all furniture fights. Is what I'm saying.
Oh no.
Oh no?
So I thought that the badge that I got was gonna increase the level cap by way more than 5.
Nope.
Okay. How exactly do I increase this level cap way faster? Because multiple members of my team are like already at levels 21 and 22.
The next gym is not that far away.
Okay.
Is the answer to that question.
Are all of these just going to increase it by 5?
No, they start increasing it more.
Someone on the little notification thing that just popped up on the mystery trade on the side is named Kairi Sane.
Sure.
And I know it's not, but part of me would hope that it's actually Kairi Sane playing Pokemon.
When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
I mean, on one hand, I wouldn't be surprised if she was playing Pokemon. On the other hand, I don't think she would just name herself Kairi Sane in English.
That's true. I'm not giving you a Meowth, kid. Fuck off.
But he really wants one. You're
Right, I've got to Google
you're
how to change my uniform.
stomping on that poor child's dreams. Also, when you Google that,
There's
tell
Galarian
me...
Meowth all over the place right outside. He could just go get one.
Oh, also a thing that I didn't know about, but you should totally do, is you should rotate the stick really fast.
Oh, apparently you need to go to one of the dressing rooms in one of the towns, and the far right thing will be your uniform, and you change it there.
Did you know that the darkness wears her face?
I did not. Rotating the thumbstick is fun.
Yeah. Oh shit! I dodged off a cliff.
It happens to the best of us. Alright, it's gonna be real fun with all of my no Pokemon capable of taking on a water gym.
Find you a grass type, or get you a Yamper.
I'm not getting a Yamper. I refuse.
Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the Taken. No natural path had brought them here.
Good at platforming. Alan Wake.
Alan Wake obviously has the best platforming.
I mean, compared to Max Payne.
Compared to the Max Payne 2 platforming.
Well, I was going to say.
That compared to the Max Payne 1 platforming.
Yeah. Man, remember when Max Payne 1 was like, I know, I have a great idea. We're gonna do platforming in weird gravity and also in pitch darkness except for the tiny, tiny areas of the path you can see.
What is... Oh my god! It's an adorable ghost pumpkin.
Oh, it's a pumpkaboo. There you go, there's a grass type for your water gem.
Just gotta catch it and not kill it. It's dead.
Also, that is a Pokemon that evolves via trading, if you wanted to...
I've got several Pokemon on my team that it seems like are going to be the trading type, so... yeah.
Because I've got some things that I would like to trade evolve.
The problem is that means I've got to come up with names for all of them before I actually trade them.
Well, no.
It's going to be harder.
Because I can just trade them back to you, and then...
Oh, can I still rename them?
Because you're the original trainer.
Okay, so if you trade them back to me, I will still be able to.
Yeah.
Trading does not lock in the name?
No.
Okay. Bite this Meowth.
Ah, shit, chainsaw.
Flame wheel. Man, this little centipede thing is fucking radical. I say that as someone who hates all real centipedes. But...
fake centipedes can be cool. Also, I'm a big fan of the arcade game Centipede.
Yeah, it's alright. Didn't they try to do like a weird Centipede reboot? Or like an update?
It came out, it was a 3DS game, I think. Like Centipede Infestation, I think. I will say the weird reboot that they tried to do and then released, and then I feel like it came out and nobody fucking talked about it ever, was they did a very bizarre, like, anime take on Yar's Revenge. Because Yar's Revenge is what I think of when I think of things that are like an anime.
Oh wait, apparently these weird pumpkin things come in different sizes?
Yes. I don't think the
I
size...
can tell which one is big.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
I mean, one of them is bigger than the other ones.
Yeah, but I've, like, never seen this Pokemon before.
You tell by catching multiple of them and then looking and seeing which one is bigger.
God damn it. Seems like a waste of Pokeballs, but alright. We'll catch as many of these things as it takes to get a supersized one so that I can name him Pump King.
I think the biggest ones only have like a 1% chance of spawning, first off.
Damn it!
Second of all, there's no difference besides the size.
The stats are better, actually.
What?
I'm looking at this thing right now on Bulbapedia, and it says the stats are way the fuck better.
I did not realize that.
Different sizes have different base stats.
Shit.
Oh wait, okay, so the base stat total doesn't vary with size. But I guess the spread changes? Yeah, smaller ones are faster, it seems.
Ah.
But the larger ones get that spread out between, like, HP and whatnot. Okay, yeah, it seems like it's a straight up trade-off between speed and HP.
Let someone else
Okay.
deal with it. But it felt all wrong.
Oh, Hoot Hoot, you're evolving.
Posture, the way he held the gun, he was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears. I leaped
Yeah,
along the
Noctowl.
fence and stumbled into the
Noctowl's so cool.
It's pretty cool. I'm glad I got one. When it needs to think, it rotates its head 180 degrees to sharpen its intellectual power.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its
I'll
own.
send you to the box for now.
Create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be
God damn it, Pikachu Kid.
events need to follow a logic that
Did you think it was a Pikachu again?
No, I was trying to sneak up on a Pumpkaboo I saw, and then this Pikachu Kid ran out of the wild at me. It's like, God damn it. I'm going to murder your Joltik.
It's very rude.
Electro Bug versus Lightning Bug. Let's go. Oh wait, no. Fire. God damn it. Look, man, I don't think before I speak sometimes. Firebug, rather. Grubbin?
Yeah, Grubbin.
Oh, I remember Grubbin. Okay. Took me a second.
So yeah, this game's got cars in it, which is a thing that nobody talks about, because it's very weird.
It's weird, but, like, some of the most fun I had in this game towards the end was when I got to drive a car around. It was fun and stupid, and there was something really fun about just hammering the headlights and running down some darkness-powered people.
I want to say there's some achievement that you get for running one over at like 80 miles an hour or something.
Ooh, that does look like a bigger Pumpkaboo. I can't really tell. Without, like, I need to get a lineup going.
Pumpkaboo number 1. Step forward, say the line.
The line is Pumpkaboo.
And then one of the Pumpkaboos steps forward and is like, something, something, one-armed bandit.
I just want a... God damn it, get in the ball!
The flare gun was probably
Don't use Astonish on me.
against the dark things I was facing.
I'm astonished it would do such a thing.
Get in the ball.
A friend of mine was streaming the Pokemon earlier today, and he did not like my Swavit jokes.
That's absurd.
Whoa, hello.
It took me until this morning to realize that it's Squubbit because Covet.
Yes. Ow, shit.
Yeah, it took me a bit, but I got there.
I died.
Oh. You can't let that happen.
I know.
Oh, that's a glowing Pumpkaboo.
Means it's got egg moves.
Yeah. I was trying to find a glowing Mudbray, and I couldn't.
The flare gun was probably
I got a glowing Rhyhorn.
Ooh.
It knew rock polish, which is rad.
God damn it. You're gonna make yourself really hard to capture, aren't you? I have anyone who's not going to kill the shit out of you. I don't think I do. Everyone's moves are either no effect or super effective. Almost nobody has a move that's just normal.
It's the joys of ghost types, where they don't...
The best chance I have is bringing in Noctowl and letting him use Confusion on it, and I feel like that's too much.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Oh, Noctowl, no. His ability is Insomnia. This Pokemon is suffering from insomnia and cannot fall asleep.
Yeah.
I still need to write the ending. I need...
The fact that they explicitly use the word suffering from insomnia is the part that worries me.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. Not, well, get me.
Yes, I get you.
Look at all of these birds. Birds are being mean to Barry.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
Those birds are assholes. Don't use Confuse Ray on me. God damn it.
These are weird birds, says Barry. Defeat the bird. Ow! Shit. I did not defeat the birds.
Defeat the birds, though.
They came at me from a funny angle. Oops. Fuck you, birds. Ow. Leave me alone, birds.
You can open the door now. They're gone.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back.
Oh, the blank page is so blinding.
For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
That lady sure sounds like she's totally okay.
Trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour. See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the old year.
Oh no!
Good girl.
That lady doesn't seem to be doing too well.
Aw.
Also, now we have to mute the stream because good music is playing.
That happens a lot in this game, sadly.
Yeah.
I mean, not sadly, because it's good music, but sadly in that you're going to have to mute it a lot.
Yeah.
Because
Sadly, in that I can hear this, but you can't.
it's a bummer. It's okay, I know what's playing. You should maybe let the people know what's playing, though.
It is Haunted by Poe, which, as this fun splash screen is happening, so this was written for a album that tied into her brother's book, House of Leaves, which is a big inspiration for this game and Control, which we'll get to.
Yeah. It'll be a good time.
I think New Game Plus is out for that, so I can just cheat and breeze through everything.
Oh, yeah, probably.
But, you know.
That game can be tough. Maybe this time you can get those guided meditation things to work.
Maybe.
You really should. The guided meditation is great.
Just gonna listen to this music a little bit more, though.
Oh, it's fine.
And, get this.
I'm gonna low kick this Eevee in front of this child dressed like this Eevee.
And we'll watch these cutscenes and call that a Alan Wake stream, because that's episode 2. Oh yeah, I forgot I should unmute it, because music's not happening.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Okay.
Help you folks? Name's Rand.
We'll talk to that guy later. Join us next time for episode 3 of Alan Wake. The halfway point, not counting the DLC and whatnot. Which we'll do, because I have it. Join us then. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.